Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Crypto Stew fans out there, listeners, subscribers, 132 subscribers, steady growth. I think that's at least 5 more than since my last video. My last video wasn't that great. I feel like I kind of phoned it in. But you're going to like this one. This one is how to double your Ethereum in 1 hour using the Nexo platform. I did make a similar video, almost identical video, called How to Double Your Bitcoin in 1 Hour Using Nexo, and that was not clickbait, and neither is this. You can double your Ethereum or Bitcoin in 1 hour using Nexo. Why am I making this video when I already have one about Bitcoin? Nexo has made some changes, and so I thought I'd update the video, and I'd use Ethereum this time instead of Bitcoin. I might make a Bitcoin standalone video just for those Bitcoin fans out there, but the numbers all hold up. This is not clickbait. If you listen to this video and you dare, you can double your Ethereum holdings in 1 hour using a Nexo platform. So what is a Nexo platform for anyone who doesn't know? It's at nexo.io. They don't have any affiliate programs or anything like that. I'm not getting paid to do this. Just sharing the information with my people. It's a platform that enables you to deposit your Bitcoin, Ethereum, and 18 total cryptocurrencies, and then borrow cash on those currencies. And the value of that is, let's say you're up a lot on Bitcoin, but you need actual money. Let's say you have a mortgage payment or you want to buy a house or something. You can deposit your Bitcoin or some of your Bitcoin on Nexo, and then you can borrow the money, and that way you don't have to sell your Bitcoin, and it doesn't create a taxable event because you never sold. So you don't have to pay taxes on your profits on your Bitcoin because you didn't sell it. You still own it. So tax-wise, it's really advantageous. Also, if you believe Bitcoin's going to go up at a greater rate than the interest on the Nexo, it's actually much smarter than selling. But that's up to you. So let's just get right into the numbers of how to double your Ethereum in 1 hour using the Nexo platform. First of all, you do have to be a Platinum member. That means you need 10% of your holdings in Nexo token. But the Nexo token has done very well over time. So it's been a very good performer. So it's not like some crap coin that you'd have to hold. It's been a pretty good coin to have. So let's get to it. I have this incredibly lame visual aid. It's just a Word file, but I break it down. So first of all, you have to be Platinum level, 10% of your portfolio in Nexo, and just for the purposes of this exercise, and all this is a mental exercise, I'm not telling anyone to do this. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Okay. I'm just an idiot on the internet who does weird stuff. All right. You have to be a Platinum level member, so 10% of your portfolio has to be in Nexo. For this exercise, we're going to assume you have $5,000 worth of Nexo token. That will get you all the way to the finish line with the Nexo token as a Platinum member. Now, the reason why when I said Nexo's made some improvements, they added an exchange to their platform. So you could actually, I know the title of the video is you can do this in an hour, but the truth of the matter is if you were like laser focused, you could probably do this in about 20 minutes. All right. So we're going to assume that you have 10 Ethereum on the platform and that Ethereum's at 2,000 a coin. And I know Ethereum is at less now because it's had a dip since it went to 2,000 a coin, but it just makes my math easier. So we're going with a $2,000 Ethereum and 10 Ethereum on the platform. All right. So your Ethereum, you have 10 Ethereum on the platform worth $20,000, and you can borrow up to 60% of your Ethereum value in cash, okay? Which means that if it's worth $20,000, you can borrow $12,000, and then you can use that $12,000 right on the platform. You can use that $12,000 to buy 6 Ethereum, all right? And your Ethereum is right back on the platform, so now you have 16 Ethereum. Now here's where it comes in, like what makes this interesting. You can now borrow off those 6 Ethereum that you just bought. So here you have 16 Ethereum that are now worth $32,000, and that extra 6 Ethereum that you haven't borrowed anything off of yet, you can borrow 3.6 Ethereum, or you can borrow $7,200, which will buy you 3.6 Ethereum onto the platform, and then you can do it again. Off the 3.6 Ethereum that you haven't borrowed anything off of, you now have 19.6 Ethereum in your stack here on Nexo. you can borrow another $4,600, roughly $4,700, and buy another 2.34 ETH with it, making your total Ethereum balance now 21.94 Ethereum, or $43,800. Notice you started with, it's amazing, like all of this works. If you're a platinum member, you can do this. None of this is lies, okay? But notice what's happened. In like 20 minutes, you went from having 10 ETH on the platform to having 21.94 ETH. You have more than doubled your Ethereum holdings in 20 minutes. Now remember, you're taking on debt here. You're borrowing this money. This isn't free. I'm no way representing that this is free. You're taking on debt. You're borrowing off your Ethereum, but you're actually borrowing more than what you have on there. Now, you could even borrow off this last bit, the 1 point, and buy 1.4 ETH. You have $2,800 free, but I wouldn't do that. At that point, I would just leave that on the exchange, leave that in Nexo, and this last bit that you haven't borrowed off of, this 2.34 ETH, will actually earn interest while you're doing this, okay? So you will earn 0.0084 ETH a year in interest off that bit of ETH that you didn't borrow off of. So let's break down the numbers. You currently owe $23,880 at 6% interest, so that's $1,432 per year in interest. With $168 in interest earned, that brings your rate down. That's the $168 is from here. It's from the interest that you earn on the Ethereum you didn't borrow. All right. So with that, it brings your rate down to 5.3%. Your current value of your entire portfolio is $43,000, or roughly $44,000, and your liquidation level, now that's what everyone always worries about. So Crypto Stu, what if I get liquidated? What if there's a dip? Well, if you're a platinum member, you only need to hold 20% more than what you owe. So your liquidation level is 28,650. So, and like right now, ETH is on a dip. I think ETH is only at 1,600 or something like that, right around there. It depends on when you see the video. So ETH has already had a dip, and it would have to take another 35% dip to bring the value down to where you would be liquidated. And you could always add more Ethereum to prevent being liquidated, and you get warnings and so on. So it's not like they just take your crypto. But so ETH would have to take a dip after a dip. Like the smartest way to do this would be to wait for a dip and then do this, all right? Because then it would need a double dip before you would be in liquidation level. So ETH would have to take a 35% dump to bring your value down to 28.5, which is right in the liquidation zone. Okay, now the most popular prediction for Ethereum, and I'm not saying ETH is going to do this, although it might, is that ETH is going to do a 5x over this bull run. All right. So suppose it does a 5x from here over the next 2 years. All right. So if ETH does a 5x anytime over 2 years, your portfolio will be worth $219,400, and you would have, with the interest accrued, you would have $26,744 in debt. All right, and at this point, you pay off the loan. So after you pay off, your portfolio is worth $192,600, or 19.26 ETH. If you had just held your 10 ETH, it would be worth $100,000, and instead you have $192,000. So by taking this extra risk, you have earned an extra profit of $92,600, or 9.26 ETH, for 92% extra return if Ethereum 5x is over any time in the next 2 years. Now, I also broke down the numbers. If you could get a 3x return over the next 2 years, your portfolio value at that point would be $131,400 with the same $26,744 in debt. You pay off the loan, and after paying off, your portfolio is worth $104,650. If you had just held your ETH, it would be worth $60,000. So you have an extra profit of $44,650, or 7.44 ETH, for a extra profit of 74.4% for taking this added risk. Now, one thing I forgot in my last video is the Nexo coins that you own will pay a dividend. You get a dividend out of Nexo's profits for the year, and I think a lot of people are using the platform. I mean, I have no inside information or anything, but it's very likely that last year I believe the dividend was 10%. So I'm just going to assume it's the same dividend this year. So if you assume that you have $5,000 in Nexo and that you're going to get a 10% dividend, that's $500 per year, that you would also earn another $1,000 in Nexo token dividends over those 2 years, and those dividends are paid in Bitcoin. So then the question is it worth the risk? Well, there's one thing I also didn't include in the last video is, all right, your risk with using these platforms is that they go under. If the platform goes under, you lose everything, all right? Remember, you started up here with 10 Ethereum, and suppose you just deposit your 10 Ethereum on Nexo, you don't borrow a dime. Then you will earn, as a Platinum member, you will earn 6% interest on your Ethereum. So that is 0.6 ETH per year, and assume the same 2 years, because that's what we're using for this mental exercise, is 2 years, all right? So you'll earn 1.2 ETH in interest. That's very good, okay? I'm not crapping on that. But your risk is your 10 ETH, because like I said, if they go out of business, you lose it all, all right? And your upside is 1.2 ETH in interest, which could be worth a lot of money if ETH goes up, which it probably will. Now, the thing is, if you do this, your risk is still the same. Your risk is still 100%, which is where it was when you're just on it for interest purposes. And what I mean by that is you haven't added any more of your own money, all right, and you've doubled your holdings, and your risk is still the same 100% that it was when you put it on the platform to begin with, except now you have all this additional upside. And I'm not trying to convince anyone to do this, because there is risk to this. If Bitcoin went down 50% in 1 month 1 year ago, and if Ethereum probably did worse. So if it did that again, yeah, you could get liquidated or just have to add more Ethereum to your Nexo stack in order to not get liquidated. So there's risk to this. But like I said, you're risking your 10 ETH is at risk anyway. You may as well. This is just a statement of opinion. I really don't want to sound like I'm trying to talk anyone into this. The thought process is that you may as well almost double your potential upside if your downside is still losing everything. So whether or not it's worth the risk, crunch the numbers yourself. If anybody thinks I'm crazy, if anybody thinks that these numbers don't work out, feel free to write something in the comments. I read all the comments. I mean, my average video gets 30 views. This one will probably get a little more than that, but anything you have to say, I'm all ears. I'm happy to make another video if there's something wrong here. Please subscribe to my channel. I have a lot of weird ideas like this. So yeah, I'm curious what you guys think. I think I included everything, and that is how you can double your Ethereum in 1 hour. Actually, you can double it in about 20 minutes. Oh yeah, there was one other thing. The reason why I made this video, another reason I made this video is because BlockFi just came out with new rates for all their interest that they're giving out on their cryptos. They lowered the rates that they're giving on interest for a lot of their crypto holdings. And all of these, there's BlockFi, there's Crypto.com, there's Nexo, there's probably something else that I'm forgetting. But, there's Celsius. They're all in competition with each other. So if BlockFi is now bringing down their rates, whatever market forces are making them do that, chances are they're affecting all of them. So if you want to call this a loophole, like whatever I just showed you here, a loophole, it might not be open forever. So that's why I felt the need to make the video now. I had other videos I wanted to make, but I made this one now just in case they change their rules in the future. So that was what gave me a sense of urgency to get this out there. So yeah, that's it as far as I know. So please subscribe or click like if you liked it, or let me know if you think I'm wrong or I'm crazy. I am not recommending you do this. I think it's foolish, it's risky, but it's out there. If you want it just a mental exercise, there it is. Please subscribe and join the Crypto Stew family. And until next time, this is Crypto Stew, signing off.